Now on 18 Eyewitness News.
A building project is underway for the city of Farmington. Also, Clearwater High School students see the dangers of drunk and distracted driving. Plus, an area employer commits to adding 200 new jobs with a $39 million expansion. All of these stories are coming up.
Some showers and thunderstorms on the way for southeast Missouri. I'll let you know about that coming up in your Storm Tracker weather forecast.
Coverage you can count on. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Hello everybody, I'm Fred Dawkins. Thanks for joining us, and here are the top stories that we're working on for you at this hour. The city of Farmington is moving forward with renovations to their former street department building. As we reported back in June, the city council approved the $380,000 construction project. Administrator Greg Beavers told 18 Eyewitness News that to free up that building, the city had to move over some other departments.
The city purchased the old Heartland Packaging building from bankruptcy quarter through the bankruptcy process on 32 and Industrial Drive. We rehabbed that building and moved our warehouse and our electric department into that facility. That freed up the old electric department up by the water department on the end of Industrial Drive. Our street department has moved out there.
Beaver says part of the building has been torn down to build a new maintenance shop.
We didn't have a maintenance building that would accommodate our fire trucks, our street sweeper. We couldn't get it on a lift inside. We couldn't get our sewer vac truck and a lot of our equipment. We just had to work out on it out of doors.
Beaver says because the building fronts Liberty Street and is bounded by Long and Middle, the building will be painted and the area around it landscaped. And now Dustin Kopp is here with a look at our first forecast. Dustin, what's on tap?
Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everybody. Looking at current conditions throughout southeast Missouri, everything is on the warm side. 77 in Festus, 75 in St. Genevieve, as well as in Potosi. A little cooler in Ironton at 73, 74 in Piedmont, Fredericktown, and Cape Girardeau. Poplar Bluff right now at 75 degrees. Clear skies and 75 at 7 p.m. The clear skies remain all night long, 71 at 9 p.m. And then by midnight, we'll see a temperature around 68. Showers and thunderstorms are on the way for southeast Missouri. I'll let you know about that coming up later in your Storm Tracker weather forecast.
Clearwater High School sports fans can look forward to sitting in new bleachers this winter's sports season. Superintendent Blaine Keel told 18 Eyewitness News the new bleachers are a big upgrade over the old ones.
The new bleachers that we have installed have very nice smaller steps. They have handrails. One side that the majority of our population sits in during a ball game will have backs on them, the entire side. And then the far side have ergonomic bleachers, but they don't have back.
Keel tells 18 Eyewitness News the new bleachers are one of the first expenditures from the Proposition Kids bond issue.
The bleachers are part of the bond issue that was passed in April, so that folks know that we're serious about spending the money in our facilities and things like that. They've been long overdue. The original bleachers were put in 1975, 76, and they've served us well.
The new bleachers, including installation and removal of the old ones, came in just under $130,000. Now, Keel says he expects the bleachers to cost $20,000 to $30,000 more. Clearwater High School students got a close-up look at the dangers of drunk and distracted driving on Tuesday. Piedmont first responders staged a mock accident at the high school. Sergeant Paul Hicks tells 18 Eyewitness News that the goal is to make students appreciate their actions, that they could have deadly consequences.
It's a senseless act. People go out drinking and driving. This year we incorporated texting. We had the driver that did not make it have a cell phone in his hand. And this is stuff that's all preventable. And that's what we're trying to do, is educate the public to, look, people here lost their life for something that could have been prevented.
Sergeant Hicks believes the graphic depiction of an accident makes a stronger impact on students.
We try to make it as realistic as possible. My way of thinking is, I don't believe that if you just sit there and talk to them, that they get the full effect of it. And if you show them, like we do, we have a great makeup artist. She did excellent work, and it looked real. if people see that and see how real it actually looks, that just kind of puts a picture in their mind.
Along with Piedmont Police, other first responders participating in the mock accident included Piedmont Ambulance, Fire Department, and Aerovac. TG Missouri will receive a 50% tax abatement for the next 10 years on their proposed plant expansion. Perryville City Administrator Brett Burrick says council members approved the abatement at their meeting last week. In an earlier interview, Burrick told 18 Eyewitness News that the abatement would secure the $39 million project for the city of Perryville.
If you look at TG, they have 17,000 employees worldwide. They're in 17 different countries, 58 different facilities. We're just one of those. So we have to make ourselves attractive, not only here, not only against America, but against the world in something like this.
Burrick says TG's increased investment would have a positive effect throughout the region.
There's a lot of people that come to Perryville to work at TG, so the more jobs we can get here, the better it is for us and the better it is for our community.
Burrick says TG Missouri has promised to add 200 new jobs with the plant expansion. Stoddard County Prosecuting Attorney Russ Oliver is being honored for his fight against synthetic drugs. On Monday, the Drug Enforcement Agency cited Oliver's leadership in the war on bath salts. DEA Special Agent Michael Scalise noted that Oliver's work was one of the catalysts that got the agency's attention and eventually led to Operation Logjam. It's a nationwide sweep of convenience stores and head shops that netted hundreds of thousands of dollars in federal property seizures and thousands of pounds of synthetic drugs. Oliver, who's the first state prosecutor in southeast Missouri to receive the DEA award, was joined by State Senate Pro Tem Rob Mayer and Congresswoman Joanne Emerson at the ceremony. And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, the Farmington Ministerial Alliance Thrift Store needs more volunteers. That story coming up only on 18 Eyewitness News.
When you're looking for quality home furnishings, appliances, and more, look no further than Heartland Furniture and Appliance. Heartland Furniture and Appliance offers great low prices every day with 90 days same as cash. Easy payment plans to fit your budget, no hassle leasing, and great customer service. With 3 locations to better serve you, the customers, in Donovan, Dexter, and Piedmont on both sides of Main Street. Heartland Furniture and Appliance. Call 223-3200.
Let it wash you this morning. Oh, the blood of Jesus shed for me. What a sacrifice that saved my life. With the blood, it is my victory.
Take control of your future by enrolling at the Unitech Career Center. Discover a new career with Unitech's nursing programs or the opportunities with Unitech's sheet metal fabricating program, or turn your hobby into a career with Unitech's power sports equipment program. From electrical trades to automotive technology programs, the first step to a well-paying future starts at the Unitech Career Center, Raider Road in Bonne Terre. For adult information, call 358-3011. For high school information, call 358-2271.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins and Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
The Farmington Ministerial Alliance is in the process of moving their thrift store to its new location in the Holly Tree Plaza. Now, as a result, Director of Benevolence Nancy Faulkner tells 18 Eyewitness News they need volunteers daily at their new location because they aren't transferring much inventory.
Yeah, we have enough donations coming in that we can fill the new store, so we don't want to move anything that's already out on the floor.
Nancy tells us that volunteers are needed to sort and hang clothing as well as organize and clean other donations. Nancy says their new location offers twice the space.
Right now, between the two, we have about 4,700 square foot. We're going into a 9,000 square foot facility. So we're going to be able to expand the thrift store and the food pantry.
Volunteers are welcome Monday through Saturday from 9 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon at the Holly Tree Plaza. If you'd like to volunteer in the evening, click this story at our website, KDKZ18.com, for those details. The St. Francis County Fair Association's 4-H and FFA Youth Benefit Auction is set for Saturday evening. The auction was moved from the week of the fair to give more folks a chance to participate. Co-organizer Sarah Tripp tells 18 Eyewitness News that the 4-H and FFA club members solicited the items to be auctioned off or created baskets of prizes that folks can bid on.
Obviously, we have a 4-H club that's going to donate like a community service, and there's clubs that'll go out and get businesses, or there's clubs that will go out and create a basket themselves and donate that.
Rams tickets and gift certificates from area businesses will also be up for bid, and Sarah says they're doing something new this year.
They can come out and have a free meal, that we will have a chili cook-off. The chili will arrive at 6, the voting, and the chili itself will be served at 6:30.
The auction gets underway at 7 in the Fairgrounds Exhibition Hall. All of the money raised will support the clubs in St. Francis County. The Animal Awareness Alliance of Southeast Missouri's 4th annual Howling at the Moon fundraiser is set for next Saturday, November 2nd. Alliance President Charlotte Craig tells 18 Eyewitness News that one ticket buys a night full of fun.
And it's a great party. Just for $30 a person, you get all the food you can eat, free drinks, a free live band, dancing, silent auction, all of that in one evening. It's a real good party.
Charlotte says the event will be held at Poplar Bluff's Westwood Center. For ticket information, just click on this story at our website, KDKZ18.com. The Alliance recently purchased land in Butler County to build a no-kill animal shelter to serve Butler, Ripley, Carter, and Wayne counties. Well, still to come on 18 Eyewitness News, why are so many of our babies born so early? Clark Powell tells us about the troubling trend of preterm births and a new approach to try to stop them. That's coming up in Your Health.
And coming up next in your Storm Tracker weather forecast, I'll give you some details on some showers and thunderstorms plus cooler air. All the details on that coming up next. We'll be right back.
When someone comes in a Mineral Area's emergency department, our focus is giving them the best treatment in the quickest manner possible. We track every single patient, sending the doctors information before they even walk in the room. We have dedicated X-ray and CT equipment in our emergency department. We don't have to waste any time running all over the hospital. We know that minutes count in an emergency, and you can count on ER Plus at Mineral Area Regional Medical Center.
Now, here's your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast with Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp.
And welcome back. It was a nice day here in southeast Missouri on the warm side. We did see some cloud cover, but not too bad out there. Looking at weather headlines throughout southeast Missouri, the warm air is going to continue for your day on Thursday. Clouds on the increase late tonight into tomorrow, and then some showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, especially late in the afternoon. Here in southeast Missouri, temperatures continuing to be on the warm side at 6 o'clock hour. 75 in St. Genevieve, 74 in Fredericktown, as well as in Cape Girardeau, 74 in Piedmont and Van Buren, and 75 right now in Poplar Bluff. Currently it's 78 and mostly sunny here at the studio, and it feels like 78 out there. Current dew point 64, 62% humidity, and a south wind at 13 miles per hour. Going through the day on your Thursday, we're going to see cloud cover through most of southern portions of Missouri. Later on in the day, we'll start seeing those showers and thunderstorms. They'll start off on to the west and essentially make their way for southeast Missouri. Tomorrow afternoon into Friday. So for tonight, clear skies, 60 degrees for your overnight low, south wind 10 to 15, 59 in Festus, 60 in St. Genevieve, 58 in Fredericktown, down in Van Buren, 57 and 60 in Poplar Bluff. Then for tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms, especially late in the afternoon, 79 for your daytime high, southwest wind 15 to 20, gusty at times to 25, 79 in Potosi, 80 up in Festus, 80 in Piedmont, as well as in Van Buren and Ellington, down in Poplar Bluff and Cape Girardeau, 82. The next several days are looking like this throughout southeast Missouri. On your Friday, showers continue, but much cooler, 51. And then low 50s for the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, both sunny. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, partly sunny skies to mostly sunny skies with temperatures in the mid-50s. Now look at our weekend forecast here in southeast Missouri. Mostly sunny both Saturday and Sunday. High of 52, low of 31 on Saturday. Sunday, high of 51 and a low of 30. That's check of your Storm Tracker weather forecast. More details located at KDKZ18.com. Just click on the weather tab. Fred, back to you.
A recent review of birth statistics show that 1 out of 8 babies are born prematurely and could face serious health problems. An innovative new program could someday change all of that. As Clark Powell reports, doctors now bank medical information from parents and babies alike in the hopes of putting an end to this puzzling problem.
Over the last 20 years, the number of premature babies has nearly doubled. They're now born at a rate of about 1 per minute of every day. It's a troubling trend that doctors still can't predict with any certainty.
Most premature babies are born to women who have not had problems with pregnancies in the past, or this may be their first pregnancy.
Women like Erin Camp, who was young and fit and well on her way to a routine delivery.
Inside on the ultrasound, he looked perfect. He did. He was already practicing his breathing at 24 weeks, which doesn't happen until they're almost 30 weeks.
But unexpectedly, her son Cade was born 3 months early and weighed just 2.5 pounds. Cade's getting healthier, but now that they're expecting their second baby, the Camps want to do all they can to avoid another preterm birth. So they're hoping to take part in an innovative new program launched by researchers at Nationwide Children's Hospital with doctors at Ohio State University. The idea is to take blood and urine samples from the parents before birth and the babies after they're born to build a massive data bank of medical information.
We are hoping that with the specimens we collect, we'll be able to learn more that will help us understand how to predict problems in a pregnancy.
And then the second thing we hope will be that we can use that information to devise intervention strategies.
Those clues may be hidden in these tubes, and if they are, parents like the Camps want to find them.
If we can, do our part to help future couples avoid, what we went through, then, absolutely it's well worth our time and our efforts.
At Nationwide Children's Hospital, this is Clark Powell reporting.
The database of medical information will start at Nationwide Children's Hospital, but eventually doctors hope it will include parents and babies from all over the country. Doctors say once they build a big enough library of information, they'll be able to better predict problems and develop therapies to treat premature babies. Well, coming up in today's Your Life segment on 18 Eyewitness News, there's a lot more to staying together than just staying together. Dr. Bill Meyer explains on Focus on the Family coming up.
I'm Stacy Johnson. Inflation is more than just rising prices. Sometimes it's also paying for stuff that used to be free. Examples ahead on Money Talks News.
Your health is brought to you by Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy of Deloge. We're caring for you and about you is our business. From taking time to explain your medication, offering a caring touch, to a full line of medical equipment, supplies, and diabetic shoes. We'll help you understand your options and assist you with Medicare drug plan enrollment. With a comfortable waiting area, convenient drive-through or free delivery. Caring for our neighbors is our business. Your locally owned Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy, just off of Highway 67 at the Deloge exit. When you're recovering from a traumatic injury, the last thing you need is an unexpected bill. Because most health insurers pay only a part of air transport, Archair Medical has a solution, the Omni Advantage program. For a membership fee of $49 per year, Omni Advantage guarantees you and other covered family members will not have to pay anything that your health insurer doesn't provide. In an extraordinary emergency, the last thing you need to worry about is cost. Contact Archair Medical or visit them on the web to discover all the advantages of Omni Advantage.
We've all heard that half of all marriages don't survive, but what about the other half? In today's Focus on the Family, Dr. Bill Myers visits with a couple who really don't want to live happily ever after.
We don't want it to be just roommates, because if it's just roommates living in the same house, what's the point?
Carol's talking about married couples who stay together but no longer connect emotionally or spiritually. That's a recipe for disaster.
They start drifting apart and they become just like strangers under the same roof. Sometimes they begin wandering and getting those needs met elsewhere.
With today's high divorce rates, couples who stick it out should be commended. But the best way to stick it out is to nurture the joy in your relationship. And after 22 years of marriage, Mark and Carol have discovered several ways to do just that.
We like to please each other, and we feel terrible when we're disconnected. So that encourages us to make amends, say we're sorry, work on it so we don't do it again the next time.
It's the little things like cooking dinner together, cleaning up together, going out biking together, going shopping, doing those kinds of things just to maintain our marriage and to work on it to make it better.
The realities of military life have also taught them to cherish each other. Like during Desert Storm, when Mark got a call in the middle of the night telling him to pack his bags.
I didn't know if we would ever see each other again. And that created something in our marriage where we wanted always to make sure that we were saying I love you and making sure that we were right with each other before we said goodbye.
Any way you slice it, marriage is hard work. But investing plenty of time and attention in each other will yield a special intimacy that will enrich your relationship and your life. Consider it preventive maintenance.
If you want something good, it's very rarely does it get just dropped in your lap. It's because you purposefully and intentionally went out and sought it. And that's what we've chosen to do.
For Focus on the Family, I'm Dr. Bill Meyer.
For more valuable information or links, go to our website, kdkz18.com. Click on the Focus on the Family link. Everybody knows that over time, prices go up on just about everything. But what you may not be noticing is how some things that used to be free no longer are. Money expert Stacy Johnson has some examples.
With a few exceptions like food and gas, inflation in America, it's been pretty low in recent years. But there's another part of rising prices the government just can't measure, and that is that we now pay for things that used to be free. Nowadays, bones are likely to be packaged and sold as soup starters. While free coffee refills might still be found at the local diner, in a lot of places they're not free at all. I won't even bother listing all the things on flights that used to be free, from luggage to food. Now, while local TV is still free, more than 100 million American households pay for it through cable or satellite and still have to watch commercials. Inflation has even struck inflation. Who'd have ever thought you could charge somebody for air? Same thing with water for your radiator. A generation ago, you weren't even allowed to pump your own gas. But that was then. You'll pay for full service today if you can even find it. Free checking? Getting harder and harder to find. In fact, nowadays, it often costs money to cash a check. Some banks even charge to talk to a teller. Do you remember when information was free? Well, it was. And not only was it free, get this, it was a live person. Bottom line, the best things in life are still the ones without the price tags. But I'll tell you what, they sure are putting price tags on just about everything else. Want more information on stuff that used to be free? Go to moneytalksnews.com and do a search for free. For Money Talks News, I'm Stacy Johnson.
As Stacy said, he's got more information and links at his website. To get there, just go to our website, kdkz18.com. Click on the Money Talks link under the Lifestyles menu.
And here's what's coming up in sports. The Cardinals are expecting a quiet offseason compared to last season. The Rams are getting acclimated to a new time zone and a new continent, and a former Ram and Mizzou standout hooks up with the Chargers. It's all coming up in sports.
Attention, Accutane warning. If you have Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or inflammatory bowel disease, it may have been caused by the acne drug Accutane. Accutane victims have recently been awarded millions of dollars. Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim.
Call the Rely On Group now to be connected with an experienced attorney. There is absolutely no risk on your part. You don't owe us a penny unless we are successful.
Call the Rely On Group at 800-698-3105.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1. This is Sports Zone, only on 18 Eyewitness News.
Although the Cardinals wrapped up the 2011 season with a championship, their offseason was anything but smooth, with the retirement of Tony La Russa and Albert Pujols leaving for Southern California. General Manager John Mozeliak is certain to add complementary pieces this offseason, but he'll enter the winter knowing that his core will remain largely intact. Only two players, Kyle Loesch and Lance Berkman, are set to become free agents, and neither is expected to return to St. Louis. Berkman, who was injured much of the season, is also mulling retirement. Things are moving quickly for the St. Louis Rams as they deal with a change of continent and time zone. Now their bodies just have to catch up in time for the annual NFL game in London on Sunday against the New England Patriots. The Rams arrived at Heathrow Airport early Tuesday morning, and a few hours later, they were on a wet field in Regent's Park in central London doing drills with about 500 local school children to show off their American version of football. The Rams are hoping their early arrival will help them in the game Sunday. The Patriots won't fly into London until this Thursday. The San Diego Chargers have signed former Rams and Mizzou wide receiver Denario Alexander to a one-year deal. Alexander was with St. Louis in 2010 and 11 and has shown promise but was slowed by injuries. He started training camp with the Rams this summer before being waived and receiving an injury settlement. It's homecoming this weekend in Mizzou, and the Tigers look to get back in the winner's circle as they play host to the Kentucky Wildcats. Mizzou is coming off of a bye week following a rugged schedule against teams like top 10 Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina. Kentucky enters Saturday's contest having dropped 6 consecutive games. A win would even Mizzou's home record to 3-3 on the season and would give the Tigers their first ever SEC win as a member of the league. That's Today in Sports. Fred and Dustin, it's back to you.
Thanks a lot, Aaron. Let's take a quick check of that forecast once again. On Thursday, showers and thunderstorms likely, especially in the afternoon and in the evening hours. We will see a high around 79 degrees. Some showers on Friday, high of 51, 52 and sunny on Saturday, 51 and sunny on Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, mid-50s for highs, and the sunshine continues here in southeast Missouri. That does it for 18 Eyewitness News at this hour. More details located at KDKZ18.com for your latest news, weather, and sports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. News Watch is next. We'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock.
Do you see news happening in your neighborhood? Email us at news@kdkz.tv.
Here's what's coming up tonight on KDKZ 18.